Alright guys, so we've been able to build this admin dashboard from scratch using Tailwind CSS and Next.js now. So you could see if I click on this icon here, change to light mode. If I click on it again, change to dark mode. Okay, so everything is fully responsive. You could see everything. Okay, so you could see the mobile view and everything now. So the knowledge gotten from here now can be applied in different areas because we touched a whole lot of stuffs using this material. Okay, so this is going to make you understand properly how Flexbox works in Tailwind and even Grid as well, because the overall structure we use both Flexbox and Grid. Okay, so now one of the reasons you may want to learn how to build your own dashboard from scratch is because now, though you could get some ready-made dashboard from different sources online, but most of them are very expensive. You see dashboard for up to 200 and something dollars, and cheaper ones for like 60 something dollars. And if you convert it to naira, you know what that means. Okay, and some of them will even tell you that you can't use it for more than one project or more than two projects or three projects like that now. So if you want, so there are just a whole lot of reasons why you may want to build your own dashboard. Now it gives you greater flexibility with your knowledge of Tailwind CSS and Grid and Flexbox. Now you could just customize parts of the dashboard now to what you really want now and build stuff. For instance, now I could say, okay, this dashboard home, now I want to display recent users here, okay, and their online and offline status now, or I might want to display recent transactions here, okay, so that's I just land in the dashboard now, just see recent transaction histories here, okay, so that when I click on this one I can see the complete list and all of those stuff now. So just different reasons now I can display what different, I can use these cards here to display different statistics like that. Okay, so that is how a regular dashboard really works now. And I can just put maybe a search bar here, depend on just what you want now. So but getting the understanding on how to build it to this level now, you've just like solved like 60% of the dashboard issues. Okay, so and the rest of the things now are going to be what you're going to learn in Next.js. Okay, for instance, now how to add users, how to view all users and all of those stuff. Now by the time you learn Next.js, now you understand how to handle all of those stuff. Now you view all orders, okay, mark an order as delivered, pending, and all of those stuff. Now if you've learned, if you really learned Next.js, now you'll be able to handle all of those stuff. Now pulling transaction history from our database now, because in Next.js now we're going to be using MongoDB database and all of those stuff like that now. So now you remember that front-end mentor challenge that we created earlier, so I just integrated it here. Okay, so if I click app home here now, it's going to take me to this place. Now you could see now initially this dashboard icon was not here. Okay, so I just added it so that I can easily navigate to our dashboard. Okay, so if I go back here and I take me back to this place again. And so that's a typical example of how an application works in real life. For instance, this could be a login or a login button. Okay, so that when I click login now, it will just if I click on login, it will bring out maybe a sign in form, so that after signing in it takes me to our dashboard. Okay, but if you click on, if you have already logged in before, now instead of sign in button, now what you're going to see here is going to be dashboard like this now. But all right, so that button is going to be changing based on your login state. If you are logged in, if you've logged in before, it's going to show dashboard, but if you have not logged in, it's going to show either sign in or register. So all of those kind of stuff like that now are what you're going to be able to do when you learn Next.js now. So those are parts of what you're going to know in Next.js. Okay, so we use Next.js to achieve those kind of stuff like that now. And the navigation from one place to another, you can see the page is not reloading and it's linking, giving us this fine URL. That is what part of Next.js, so we call it next navigation. Okay, so or next link like that. So there are just a whole lot of things that you're going to learn, but the purpose of this now is to learn how to build this dashboard interface like this now, fully responsive, and also implementing the light mode now. So the internal pages now shouldn't be an issue. Okay, if you can create this page now, use list of users, orders, transaction history, and all of those stuff. Now there are no issues. Okay, so as we keep going in the course now, by the time you learn Next.js, now you'll be able to fix all of those stuff now like that. If you want to create these pages, you can still create it in this. I can create it, but I just felt the need for the no need for me creating all of those things. Okay, just not to make the video too long. For instance, users, now we just create in this users page. Now we have a table that contains users. There are different things about the users, maybe last login, maybe their status, active or inactive. Then if it's a subscription based application, now you go see maybe their maybe free, premium, and gold member, and just depending on the nature and description of your application and all those stuff. Now, so others is going to contain a table that's we're going to see different states for maybe pending, delivered, blah blah blah, like that. Now, so all of those guys, that's you're going to know how to do now. So by the time you've completed the Next.js course, now you would have understood how to implement all of those guys like that. But the goal of this dashboard tutorial is to learn how to create this dashboard. Okay, the layout, the light mode, dark mode, and everything like this. Now, so just ensure that you're able to create all of these things now. So the complete material is if you are in month 7, you should have access to the complete material where we built this from scratch. You could see the dashboard.js page, you could see the sidebar page.js. Everything was built from scratch like this now. So just if you're in month 7, you have access to it now. If you are not yet there, please keep learning and you will get there. Okay, so if you're already in month 7 of the course now, please, and you don't have access to this now, I give access to the video and including the Word document. Okay, I made Word document for everything. Okay, so that to make things easy. I always try to make life easy for all my students now. So you have access to the Word document and also the complete tutorial on how we build this from scratch. Okay, so the knowledge you're going to get from here is going to help you build other complex projects and not just dashboard as well. So having understood how to build this dashboard now from scratch now, so the next thing you should do is to learn how to build, is to start working on Next.js if you have not started before. But if you've started Next.js before, continue your Next.js project and learn how to create this now. If you've not started, you could do this Tailwind first, but I generally advise people learn the Tailwind CSS first before going into Next.js. Okay, because definitely you already have some knowledge of React.js, so implementing this now should not be an issue. So your knowledge of React.js is enough for you. So just learn how to use Tailwind CSS very well, and then you move over to learning Next.js, because Next.js is the game changer. So use in Next.js we are using MongoDB for the database, and then we are using Next.js itself for the front-end interaction and interactivity, and also for the back-end logic now. So Next.js is the full definition of what full stack is supposed to be. Okay, because within the Next.js ecosystem now, we implement the back-end as well. Okay, because in Next.js now there's what we call server components, we have server actions, and just a whole lot of stuff now that Next.js have for us in handling backend now, because fetching orders, fetching users, managing users, maybe adding users, deleting users, updating user record, viewing transaction, pulling out transaction from our MongoDB database and displaying in the transaction page, pulling orders and marking orders as delivered, and all of those stuff now, changing settings and everything. Now those are things that you're going to be doing with Next.js and a whole lot of stuff like that. So once you have this understanding of Tailwind, and then you can build all of the project that we've been building from the Tailwind. Now you can build this, and you can build this dashboard, and then you can build this dashboard, then move over to understand Next.js. Now learn Next.js from beginning to the ending. Then I tell you now, there's hardly anything that you see that you cannot build. The next thing that we're going to be handling is going to be amazing. Okay, so it's going to be we want to see how to implement payments gateways I'm sure you've been waiting for that. Okay, so we're going to be implementing which of the payment gateway should we use now? Maybe we'll use Paystack, okay, because Paystack is really popular. There are a whole lot of payment gateway that we could use. Okay, so now we're going to be learning how to integrate Paystack, because I've been receiving a lot of calls saying that we should integrate that into our course, though it's part of our to-do list. Okay, so we're going to be learning how to implement Paystack now, because some of the applications that we're going to be building are going to require payment. For instance, now want to build some ordering web app and or classified site now, whereby users can purchase things online and can do all manner of things that require payment now. So we're going to be implementing Paystack payments for our web application, so you don't want to miss it. Make sure you've gotten to this level, you can build this dashboard, and you've learned the Tailwind CSS. By all means, now make sure you get to month 7, and then let's keep going now. So there's still a lot to learn. Thank you very much, and see you in the next class. Bye.